You're listening to the AAA Radio Experience, NewsTalk 98.7 WOKI. The book we're talking about is Overcoming My Mother's Addictions. Lili Birdsall is 11 years old. A couple of months ago, she forgave her mother. Her mother is battling addiction. She is in jail as we speak, but they came to a point of reconciliation. People in your community know your story?
Yeah, basically everybody.
So I am so curious. You know, you live in a culture where everything is online, right? Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's talking. Everybody's sending messages back and forth. Did that have impact you thinking about how people may be thinking about you?
Sometimes.
Anybody say anything crazy to you? Did you ever get picked on? Did you? My read on you is you're a pretty tough young lady. It's not going to happen. You're like, you're ready for whatever's coming today. But have you had to deal with that?
Well, yeah, once when I was little, but it wasn't about like my story or anything.
Right. Do you worry about what people think or say?
Yeah, sometimes.
So let me ask you this. What is your vision of your future now? You're with your grandparents. You've forgiven your mother. Have you gotten to a place where you're not anticipating the next bad thing, but maybe excited about the next good thing?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want for your future?
I want to be an all-star cheerleader and go to Navarro.
Yeah, you're going to do that. Yeah. So that gets you pretty excited.
Yeah.
When's your next big, tell me about your life in the world of cheer. Like what's the next big thing for you?
Well, at the end of the school year, I'm going to try out for SCA, cheerleading competition thing.
So are you very acrobatic?
Yeah.
She could do the splits for you right here.
Really,
Absolutely.
Right. Yes. So my daughter tried cheering and she tried acrobatics. She's 22. No, she's 27 now. But I remember those days and the athleticism. I mean, especially in these higher end cheering competitions, it's so competitive and so athletic, and you've got to be on point. I mean, you've got to be. Do you have good instructors? Do you have a good support system?
Well, right now I am in school cheer, but yeah, I do have good coaches and people.
All right, I don't think if I tried to do the splits right now. You would have to take me to the hospital. It just would not work out well. What do we need to do? There are a couple of things that I want to make sure I touch on today. Is number one, how do people get a copy of your book? Because there definitely are people that are listening right now. They have a child or a grandchild that's struggling with addiction. That's one part of this. So the resources to help with that. But then they may have a child or a grandchild that is a superstar, world-renowned cheerleader in the making, right? They've got to help them cope with living with that and overcoming their mother's addiction. So how do we get this resource?
And that's why that's another one of the audiences that we're reaching out to with this book. We want to affirm grandparents that are raising grandchildren. There are 350 million, or there are 3 million grandchildren out there that are being raised in 3 million children being raised by their grandparents right now. And one of the reasons that we wrote this is because we want grandparents to understand how adverse childhood experiences may have affected their grandchildren. So instead of saying, "What's wrong with you, kid?" we're saying, "What has happened to you, child?" And moving into a place of compassionate care and not looking at the child as being an evil being because they have issues and problems. And in this this book, Lili talks about her 12 life lessons, and she talks about the things that have helped her to work the process of overcoming her mother's addictions. And keep in mind, too, that this is overcoming. It doesn't say how I overcame my mother's addictions. It's overcoming, because it is a very long-term process. The book's available on Amazon. It came out, it was launched on the 8th of this month, and immediately became a bestseller in about 5 different categories, became an international bestseller the next day. We're very proud of that. We're very excited. Not that we care about being best-selling authors, but we know that by doing that, we're getting the message out to more people. This is not about selling books. This has become a mission. This has become a ministry for us to be able to help those that are hurting, those that are dealing with the challenges that addiction does cause in the family. And Lili has had a very good support system that has helped her to continue to work this process.
Sounds like she's got better macaroni and cheese now as well. Karen, talk to me about the resources available through the work that you're doing.
Sure. Metro Drug Coalition, of course, focuses on 3 different areas. So we do primary prevention, trying to prevent substance use disorders before they happen. Then we do harm reduction, so services. So for people who are in active addiction, we offer naloxone, which is a rescue kit for overdose. We offer the training to family members or friends of those individuals. And then we also help navigate people into treatment. We don't do treatment, but we have a full-time staff member. If you call us, there's someone else who is in long-term recovery, and they know what it's like to reach out and need help. And so they're great at meeting people where they are and helping them get into the appropriate treatment resource available to them. And then we are also now in the recovery space. So what we know, like I mentioned earlier, is that the brain disease of addiction can take, you have to take a long-term approach to recovery. And so that initial treatment episode may be 30 days or less, and the brain is still not very well at that point. So what we're offering is recovery coaching, long-term recovery supports, recovery wellness meetings, mindfulness meditation, so that people can learn to manage their substance use disorder and proceed on into their recovery journey and become, again, productive members of society and get those families to heal.
How do people get in touch with you?
They can call us. Our number is 865-588-5550, or go to our website, metrodrug.org, and we're there to help.
Lili, have you ever been on the radio before?
No.
You know you're going to be a star, right?
No.
You got star all over you. I see stars. I see you with the macaroni endorsement, right? You do
And
about
hot
3.
sauce. Don't forget the hot sauce.
What? Okay, so what is the best hot sauce?
So I always
Cholula?
No.
You like Cholula? You like Texas Pete? You like Louisiana?
She actually likes Tabasco sauce.
She likes Tabasco.
She does. Yeah.
Oh, and the habanero one.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
like that?
Habanero. Whoa.
Have you had Frank's Red Hot?
Yes, it tastes disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, she's not going to get an endorsement from Frank's.
Oh, so we got to get you the Tabasco endorsement. All right, so let me ask you, as we wrap today, would you like to read your 12 life lessons for us? All right, why don't you take us through? These are the life lessons that Lili, she's 11 years old, has learned, and they are featured in the book, Overcoming My Mother's Addictions, plural, that's available on Amazon. So this is your big shot. Take us through the 12 life lessons.
Number 1, I now understand that I have no control over what other people say or do. I know that the things they do and the words they say have nothing to do with me. People act the way they do because of what has happened in their lives. I work hard to make sure I don't let anyone make me feel bad about myself.
Number 2.
Number 2, I also try to see what makes someone act the way they do. when I can put myself in their shoes. It lets me forgive them when they hurt me. My mind and heart are at peace when I can do this.
That's strong. Number 3.
Number 3, I also know how important it is to reach out and find at least one person who will love me unconditionally and support me through the tough times.
That is really important.
Like your dog.
What's your dog's name?
Abby.
Abby. What kind of dog?
Pitbull.
Do you talk to your dog?
Yes, all the time.
Does your dog talk back?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a dog like that too. Are we on number 4 now?
Yeah.
All right, number 4.
Number 4, we all need lots of friends. Some should be older than us and some should be younger. We can learn so much from other people and they can learn from us.
Number 5.
Number 5, I understand it is super important to make sure we let our friends and family know how much we appreciate them. We all just need to know that we are valued and loved.
Number 6.
Number 6, gratitude is something that I have learned to practice in order to feel good and grateful every day.
I love that one. That's my favorite. Keep going.
I make a list, sometimes on paper and sometimes in my mind, of all the good things I have in my life. I am blessed to have friends and counselors I feel safe enough to be honest with. This lets me work through any sadness or anger I am feeling. And it also allows me to have people who can share with them when I feel happy. Number 7.
No, let's stay on gratitude for just a second. Tell me a couple of things you're grateful for.
I am grateful for food.
Food, yes. What do you want to eat today? I like food too.
Mexican, like I always do.
Yeah, you like Mexican, and then we're going to hit it with some hot sauce. Yeah,
Obviously.
right there. Yeah. All right, number 7. Sorry, I just wanted to.
Number 7. I have learned to trust my feelings and won't let anyone else tell me how I should feel about what is going on in my life. Number 8. I know that it is good to help other people as often as we can. There are many people who need help and support. When I help other people, it makes me feel good too.
Oh, that's great. Number 9.
Number 9. Thank goodness. I love to move. I exercise, I listen to fun music, and dance. I do something every day to keep my energy up and my spirits high.
What's your favorite song right now? What are you dancing to right now? What's got you turned up right now?
Probably God's Country.
All right. That's awesome. What are we on now?
10.
10. All right.
10. I get to laugh a lot. I love to tease Grandma and Grandpa, and they like to tease me back. When we do that, we don't end up taking ourselves too seriously, and we have fun.
What's the last thing you teased your grandmother about?
In the car. And then my grandpa, I love scaring him a lot. And I tease him about his oval head.
He has an oval head. Wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I have a shots fired. All right. Which one are we on?
11.
11. All right.
11. I understand that it is so important to make good choices about who I spend my time with and what I watch and read. Those people and ideas will either build me up or cause me to make bad decisions.
And finally, number 12.
Number 12. And most importantly, I know in my heart that God only makes beautiful people. I also know how much He loves me.
Yeah, that is so good. I love that list. I love that list. That list will work. I think it will work for anybody, anywhere. That's just whether you're battling addiction or you're just trying to have a really great life. That is really great stuff. And there are smiles on the other side of pain. I think you got a bright future, and I think you're going to help and bless a whole lot of people. And your mom was talking about you're going to be the next Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger is going to wish he was the next Lili. You understand what I'm saying? I want to thank you all for being here today. Lili, I'm so proud of you. You're a fabulous young lady, and I think, as a dad myself, you can't even imagine how great your future is going to be, especially if your future is directed by those 12 things. It's going to be amazing. And you are already living proof. And when we have painful situations in our life, this analogy that I use is that sometimes you hit rock bottom, and that's where you've fallen so far there's nowhere left to fall, or the hole is so deep that the earth has nowhere else to move. But rock bottom, when we change our perspective, turns into bedrock. And when they're building foundations, they want to build on something that doesn't move, and you can flip it. You can take that rock bottom, and now that becomes your bedrock, and you just build and build and build and build and build. And then I'll be this oval-headed guy that's 80 years old going, "You remember when you came on my radio show?" And you'll be like, "Talk to my assistant. Talk to my assistant."
I got too many important calls going on.
Right. I got to deal with you oval-headed people. Thank you guys for joining us on the broadcast.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.